And thank you so much for joining me here today. Today I'm going to be talking about what I have purchased from the Sephora sale and some recommendations that I have for you. Most of you probably know that Sephora does 2 sales during the year. They do their fall one and they do their spring one. I will go ahead and list below all of the details of the sale as well as the information just right below here so that you will have all the information. I want to keep this video as short as possible because I feel like I just did this video. So I went back and watched my video from November and I did the same thing. I told you all what I had purchased in the sale and then what I was recommending, and I still stand by the recommendations that I gave to you back then. So I don't really want to repeat all of those. And I also have a landing page with all of my Sephora recommendations. So I want to try to keep this video short and sweet, mostly with new products that I have not recommended to you before in the past. Now, if you watch my last video where I talked about my gray hair journey, I talked about the lipstick that I had on, which was the new signature matte lipstick from Merit, and I had on the color Classic. Well, I have completely fallen in love with that formulation, and so I wanted to go ahead and purchase a couple of those in the sale. So that's what I'm going to talk about first. And the color that I have on my lips today is called Antibes. They describe it as a soft peach, and I would pretty much agree with that, especially when you see it in the bullet here. You will see that it does look like a fairly soft peachy type of color. So that is Antibes. I would say on my lips that it kind of has a little bit more of a brick kind of tawny type of color on my lips. So I think it gets a little bit darker than this soft peach color that you're seeing on the palm of my hand. Regardless though, I really love the color. I love this formulation. I feel like it is very soft, very comfortable to wear. It is not a hyper matte type of look on the lips. I would say it leans a little bit more natural, matte-ish, and I just absolutely love it. And then the next color that I got is Maison, which is described as a berry mauve. So that is Maison. Also just very pretty, very, very wearable. And this is not one of those super cool type of mauves. I think it's a very neutral mauve color. Very wearable, very pretty. And then I'm just gonna show you Classic again, just so that you can see what that looks like. And this is a neutral pink. And this is what the packaging looks like. And I'll just say that Classic is such a beautiful color. I will do a little cutaway so that you can see what it looks like on me in that video that I did. And again, this formula is just so beautiful, so wearable, and feels great on the lips. And then finally, this is Power. This is a cool red, and I'll show you a cutaway of what that looks like on me as well. So because I love the formula so much and because I fell in love with Classic so much, I just really wanted to expand my collection of this formula. So happy to have them, and yeah, really do love Antibes, and I'm just super excited to play with these colors more, wear them more, and just couldn't be happier to have these 2 colors in my lipstick collection. And then I also purchased this Patrick Ta Blush Duo in Not Too Much, which is this gorgeous kind of like rosy, tawny, peachy brown type of color. And it is just really a beautiful combination. And I'm just gonna swatch it for you real quick here. So this is the creamy part, and it is just such a luscious cream that feels so, so good applying onto your skin, and it blends really beautifully. So here I'm just gonna show that to you. I'm going to turn off the light here so that you can see the color a little bit better. So this is the cream blush, and it has such a beautiful natural finish. I'll put a little bit more on my cheeks. I did blend it out with a brush today, but easily blends with your fingers. So you can see that just super pretty finish there. And then as far as the powder goes, it has a beautiful, beautiful creamy finish. No kick up whatsoever that I can see. And then that's the swatch there. Just a really pretty peachy, like I said, peachy pinky color that hopefully you can get a sense of there. Very natural. And I did put that over the cream blush today. I don't have a brush down here, so I can't really show it to you, but it is what I have on my cheeks today. I have the cream blush with the powder on top, and it is just really beautiful, very, very natural. I don't really know how this would do on darker skin tones, but for me, light to medium with olive tone skin, I just think this is super, super pretty, very, very flattering, and I'm really happy to have this. And then finally, what I purchased is the Rare Beauty eyeshadow stick in, I think the color is Contentment, and they are calling this a rose gold. And I will swatch that, let's see, I'll swatch that below the blush swatches. And this is also very creamy, very blendable, very easy to apply. This is what I have on my eyes today. This is the only thing I have on my eyelids. I don't have any eyeliner or anything else on my eyelids. And I also have it on my lower lash line as well. The only thing I have additionally on my eyes as far as like eyeshadow or eyeliner goes is in my waterline, I do have the Victoria Beckham bronze eyeliner. This is not available at Sephora. That's the only thing I have on my face today that's not available at Sephora. So anyway, I absolutely love this. Very pleasantly surprised by this eyeshadow. I think I might go back and get this color in the copper color. I can't remember the name, what they're calling it, but it is the coppery one, because I am just so impressed by this. Really, really love it. So those are the things that I purchased. Really, really love all of them. Very happy with all of them so far. So no regrets on what I purchased from the sale. Now I'm gonna move into my recommendations. And I was sent a few things in PR because of the sale and kind of hyping the sale, but I actually do recommend everything that I received. So I'm gonna talk about what I got from In Beauty. I'm gonna talk about that first. And in terms of my skincare prep, what I did before filming this video is I just splashed my face with water to clean my face. And then I sprayed my face with the Youth to the People mist, which is a staple of mine. I've recommended it many times. And then after that, I used the In Beauty Slushie. And this is so beautiful. I am really, really impressed with this. And this is a serum. And when you first apply it to your skin, it comes out rather thick. But then when you start rubbing it in, it kind of turns into more of a liquid type serum, which is just, as far as a user experience goes, it was just kind of a pleasant surprise, and I really like it. So then it becomes liquidy, has a really lovely light scent of yuzu. And I'm not gonna do a deep dive into ingredients in this video because, like I said, I wanna keep it short, but this does have hyaluronic acid and bakuchiol. I love the fact that it has bakuchiol in it. And going back to the texture, it absorbs into the skin very quickly, doesn't have a tacky feeling at all. And I'm just super impressed by this. I love the texture. I love how it feels. I love how it just absorbs into the skin right away. And then what I used on top of that is the In Beauty Extreme Cream. And this has a plant-based bioretinol, peptides in it, and a ceramide complex. Now, in terms of the bioretinol, it is not bakuchiol, it is not mothbean. I'm kind of used to companies speaking of those as a bioretinol. And I can't even remember the name of the ingredient that they are referring to as the bioretinol. I had to do a deep dive into their YouTube or something where the founder was talking about what that particular ingredient is that they're referring to as the bioretinol. So I don't really love it when brands talk about a bioretinol. I wish they would either just use a retinol or just not refer to things as a bioretinol. I think this ingredient just has, quote unquote, like anti-aging properties or whatever. Don't particularly love that language, but casting that aside, I really, really love this cream. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful cream. When you pump it out, it is very, very thick. And then when you start rubbing it onto your skin, it absorbs very quickly, but it doesn't have one of those like matte type of finishes. It has an emollience to it that I really appreciate, but it's not greasy at all. So I can use it either day or night. I can use it during the day because it does absorb quickly, so I can apply makeup right away after I've used it, but I can also use it at night because it does have that really beautiful emollience to it. So this was also a very pleasant surprise. So I'm really glad that they sent this to me. And then they also sent me their face glaze. And this kind of seems like a big hit just across the board. A lot of, YouTubers and Instagrammers talk about this product. So I figured I would give it a try. and I was very impressed by this as well. I'm not a big primer person. I don't really know as if they promote this as a primer, but it works beautifully as a primer. So I used these two products, and then I put this on top of the moisturizer. And then when I put my makeup on top of it, it just went over it beautifully. It just smooths right over. Like for instance, I used my Ulta MD Tinted Moisturizer with SPF on top of this the other day. Went over it beautifully. And then today for this video, I used my Summer Fridays Sheer Skin Tint over this, went over it beautifully. So I'm, again, just very impressed with InBeauty in general. I will mention as an aside, I have used the InBeauty Green Machine, and I put that on favorite lists in the past. That's their vitamin C serum. So I have been very familiar with the brand. And I also did want to mention that I do love their Bright and Tight. I've never mentioned this before, and I've already had this. They did not send this to me in PR. I purchased this myself. This is their eye cream that helps tighten things up if you have puffy eyes. Highly recommend this too. So I am going to put this on my recommendation list because I've never mentioned this before, but love this product from InBeauty. So I've already been an InBeauty fan, just so that you all know that. Going back to the face glaze, had never tried this one before. Love it as kind of that primer, gives you a nice sort of glow, lit from within type of situation. And then you can also use it as a highlighter on top of your makeup, which I did use right here, and then just a little bit on the tip of my nose. So overall, InBeauty has just been a big hit for me, and in particular, these three products that they just recently sent me. And then I'm just gonna say that I did use the Summer Fridays Sheer Skin Tint. My color is number 4. I am gonna put this on my recommendations. Even though I have put this on my recommendation list many times, I'm going to add this onto this particular recommendation list. And then what I did actually use under my eyes today is the Alpenbeauty Instant Bright Eye. This is a new release from Alpenbeauty. This is a really beautiful under eye cream that's not too thick, not too heavy, so it's really nice to use during the day underneath your concealer. So I've been very impressed by this as well. They recently sent this to me, so I've only used it about 4 or 5 times now, but really have been enjoying this a lot. So if you have been looking for an eye cream that's appropriate for the day underneath makeup, I really do recommend this. And then I'm also going to add the Tower 28 concealer. This is their new serum concealer. You guys have heard me talk about this concealer, which I absolutely love. It's my new favorite. I've been using it almost every day for the last several months, so I'm putting this on my recommendation list. My color is 4.0 in K-Town. This is what I've been using ever since I bought it, but I will say that in this PR package that I got from Alpenbeauty, they included the number 3.0 cc in this PR package. And I did use this today because it does have peachy undertones and it's on the lighter side, and I wanted to see if it would work as kind of a color corrector for dark circles, and I really like the effect. So thank you to Alpenbeauty for sending this little duo along in PR because I really like the overall effect. I think it works really well. So if you have been kind of curious, if you've got similar skin tones to me and you've been kind of curious about using a peachy concealer for kind of a color correcting situation, I do highly recommend the Tower 28 in the 3.0 color. Also just wanted to put this back onto the recommendation list, the Tower 28 mascara. I know this is nothing new, but I reached for it today and I really do love this mascara. Some other ones have kind of edged it out. I've been using the Merit mascara a lot. I've been using and Merit is available at Sephora, obviously, but I've been using the IT Cosmetics one a lot, the Tightline one, which I don't think is available at Sephora. And then of course the Manasi I've been using a lot, and that's not available at Sephora. So if you're looking for a mascara that's available at Sephora, I do still highly recommend the Tower 28 one. And then last but not least, I do want to give a big shout out to the Merit bronzer. This bronzer, I don't really think gets talked about a lot, but it is really nice. So I did use this today on my face. Everything I've talked about in this video, I have on my face, or I did use on my face today to get ready for this video. So the color that I use is Clay. And again, I have light to medium skin tone, so this is the color that works really well for me. And you'll see that it's pretty neutral and it's not too orangey. And I know it kind of looks a little gray in the tube, but once you apply it, you can see that it becomes more warm. And you can apply this however you want to. I prefer to go directly from the bullet. So when I was doing my makeup today, I just applied it all over my face. And I did use a brush to blend it out, but you can use your fingers. So I'll just show you that right here. But what I did today is, and what's beautiful about this product is you can just go crazy all over your face with this product. So I was putting stripes all over my cheekbones, here and here. I just went all over my forehead. I went down my nose, I went under my chin, and then I used the Merit blending brush, their foundation brush, to just blend it all in. You can't really apply too much of this product, and it's really foolproof. So people who are kind of like beginners to bronzers, or you just don't want to be fussy about your bronzer, you don't want to have to worry about it too much, I highly recommend this product because, like I said, it's essentially foolproof. You don't have to worry about it too much. You don't have to worry about over applying it, or at least that's been my experience with this product. So highly recommend the Merit bronzer. And like I said, my color is clay and I'm in the light to medium zone of skin tones. So that does it. Those are all of my Sephora recommendations for this video. Those are the few products that I purchased from the sale. And like I said, I think that's all I'm gonna be getting. I don't really need anything else. I might purchase the copper color from the Rare Beauty eyeshadow stick, but other than that, I think I'm pretty much done. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I would love to know what you all are picking up from the Sephora sale. If you've already picked something up, are you happy with your choice? Do you like what you got? And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you would do so, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.